Hi, it's me again. Welcome to the object lesson portion of this week's at-home Sunday school. If you've already done the activity and listened to the story, then you know that in November we are doing a theme of gratitude. And in addition to fun art projects, we are going to also do object lessons. What is an object lesson, you may say? Well, basically, it's taking ordinary objects, doing something fun with them, and learning a lesson from it. Today's object lesson is a bit of a science experiment, so I am in our science classroom and hope that you enjoy seeing a tour of the basement on all the different Sunday school classrooms as we do the different activities. So in your activity kit that you received, you should have a sharp pencil and a baggie. And this is what our object lesson is going to consist of. Now, in addition to this, you're going to need some water. You can go just use your sink, that's fine. But since I'm in the science room, there's no sink in here, I have a glass of water. And I'm going to pour my cup of water into my baggie. So go to your sink, fill up your baggie. Hopefully I can hold on to it here. Baggie is getting heavy. Okay. And then I'm going to seal it. So I have a baggie full of water. Now this is as far as my baggie filled up with the cup that I had, but you can fill yours up pretty close to the top. Now, you might be thinking, what on earth am I doing with a baggie full of water and a pencil? This is the fun part. Now, what I want you to do is take your pencil and stick it right through the baggie. Now, the pencil needs to be sharp. And voila, isn't that the coolest thing? You can stick your pencil through the baggie of water and there's no leaking. Now, when I first suggest you stick a pencil through a baggie of water, you might have thought I was crazy. Why would anybody want to do that unless you want to get a little wet? Well, this is part of our lesson today because when Moses was asked by God to go talk to the Egyptians and get the Israelites freed as slaves out of Egypt, he's like, whoa, that is crazy. Why would I do something like that? And he was afraid. He was afraid that he wouldn't be able to succeed. That was a big task to ask anybody to do, and he didn't feel like he was prepared. So where you might have been afraid to stick the pencil through the baggie because you didn't know what was going to happen and you thought maybe you'd get a little wet, Moses was afraid on a much larger scale. But we need to trust in God, and we need to know that God is with us, and if we're being called to do something, that God is there to support us and really give us the tools we need in order to get the outcome that we work hard to get. So as we're doing tasks that we're called to do by God, and for us it could be something simple as to cheer somebody up or work really hard at an organization that helps animals or feeds children, or just doing well at school so you can go to a good college and then do spectacular things as an adult. There's all kinds of stuff that children and adults can do right now, and there's a lot of things that if we work hard at it, whether it's going to school or getting training or learning from somebody else, that we can really work on and do great things in the future. So you can do things in the present as well as prepare for the future. But just know you're not alone. So in your kit, you're only given one pencil per child. But if you look around your house and you can find another pencil, make sure it's sharp. We're not alone. We have friends, we have family, we have neighbors, we have teachers, We have community helpers that are there to support us, sometimes without being asked, and other times you might just need to ask that and let them know that you need help. But just like Moses had Aaron, who was able to be there and help him do the tasks that God asked him to do, we also have lots of people in our lives that can help us do not only our everyday tasks, but also the big ones. So you can take a second pencil and poke it right on through. Ooh, still no leaking. Pretty cool, huh? I was actually a little afraid to try this one, but the next challenge is, depending on how many pencils you have in your house, I want you to try and see how many pencils you can get through your baggie until it finally starts to leak, because it will actually start to leak eventually. And this is just science. It's not a miracle or anything, but it is a good lesson that we need to be trusting in what God tells us and trusting in others in order to achieve great things. Okay, I've got 4 so far. Okay, I've got one more pencil, and that's all I have with me here. Let's try. Let's see if it's gonna leak. Nope, not yet. Pretty cool. So now whenever you see a baggie of water and a pencil, you can remember that we need to trust in God to help us do things that we think are too hard and that we think might not be possible. But with a little help, we can do fabulous, great things in this world. And we can be thankful that God gives us these the ability to help others and to do great things. Now, when we do great things and when we work together, I have a bucket here, so when I take these pencils out, it is going to start leaking, hopefully into my bucket. Actually, on me. My bucket is not big enough. Okay, it comes out both sides. Makes sense. Obviously, I didn't try that one earlier. But when we take our pencils out, the water starts to flow. And when we do God's good works, the love of God starts to flow through us and to surround us as well as everybody that we come in contact with. So just remember that putting the pencil in the baggie is a good sign that we can trust what we think is crazy and impossible tasks. But also, when you're done with your tasks, you have the ability to see the love flow through. So I hope everybody has a fabulous week and you enjoy doing these fun activities. And we'll see you next week to continue our lessons on gratitude. Thanks. Have a great week.